This is an in-office day. It's not a full day for me, but I use drugstore makeup pretty much when I go into work. I don't bring out my big guns, my makeup that I really like or that's super long lasting, because it's not needed. If I don't need to wear long lasting makeup, I tend not to. I just use something that's good for an 8-hour, 9-hour day, and it works fine just the same. Let's work on eyebrows. The LA Girl, this is in soft black. I just need a little fill in, not too much there. So I'm gonna go in with this angled brush here, and I'm just gonna fill it in slightly. I'm not gonna use any powder, I'm not gonna use any glue. Don't really need it. They're not really gonna go anywhere or fly away or anything. So I'm just gonna keep it simple and fill it in. I'm still growing back some of my eyebrow. My eyebrow lady just went a little too thin 2 months ago, so I've been trying to grow them out a little bit. So this versus this, and I'm gonna clean it up anyway, so let me do the same thing on the other side. I want to do an eyeshadow, so I'm gonna use, I guess I can just use the same concealer here, the Too Faced in Honey. Just gonna take another flat brush here, take some product off of here, and then just kind of line it up here and clean it up. Bring it down. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. There you go. And I'm gonna go back in with my concealer brush and just pat all this down. Looks good. So I really didn't want to use a eyeshadow today. What I'm going to use instead is the matte and poreless Fit Me in 312 powder, and I'm going to just take a puff, take some product there, and then just apply. I don't know, I might go in with an eyeshadow, but for now I just want to keep it kind of neutral. You can use like a loose powder or whatever you want, just to kind of mattify the area and set it. So now that that's kind of set, I guess I will do just a little bit of an eyeshadow, you know, maybe like a brown or something. So I have this Phasezero eyeshadow palette. Let's just use that. I like the colors on here. I said brown, so I'm just gonna go in with the brown and just kind of cover this area up, give it a natural smoky eye. When I go into work, I'm always experimenting with colors and different things because it's just work. There, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not doing anything else, nothing crazy. Again, we're just gonna go to work. So the next thing I'm gonna do, since I've moisturized and kind of let it sit for a minute, sit for a while, I'm gonna go in with my foundations for today. Again, I'm gonna be using Drugstore, so I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Paris. These are the Pro Glow ones. I like glowy, dewy makeup. Not so much matte, but I can do matte. And then when you put powder down, it's mattified anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but I have really dry skin, so I like dewy. So this is I mix 207 with 210. I used to just do 210 in the summer, but it was too dark, and then in the winter I get lighter, so I have to mix these two to make them work. So you gotta shake them first, and then I just take one of these and I put just like literally like a dot of that, and then same thing for the other one. I just put like 2 dots, so in total that much. And then I'll take, and I just recently washed all my brushes. I wash all my brushes like every 2 weeks, so I've got nice new clean brushes. I'm just gonna take this very flat, and I'm going to just grab some and place on my face. This is really the only time that I'm swiping my makeup on my face. Usually I'm just patting down. So I just kind of apply some everywhere. Only place I don't apply any is gonna be under eyes. You don't want to put foundation under your eyes just because you're gonna put concealer there, and less is always better. So that's it for this brush. Then I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush. This one is from e.l.f. I like it. So it's like has an angle on it, and I'm just gonna pat it down. Only pat all the way through. And I do more like natural makeup when I go to, okay, I don't know if it's gonna be natural at the end, but as you can see, I'm not applying a whole lot of product. I tend to apply a very thin layer of foundation, just enough to kind of cover up pigmentation around my face. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my contour. This is just for work makeup, but this is the Makeup Revolution. Actually, I've had this thing for a while, a contour stick, but I have like this much left, so I'm determined to like finish this bad boy up. So I use it pretty much for work, but I pretty much just go above my cheekbone there, do a little here, and then do some right here. My goal this year is to do more precise makeup, precision makeup. I don't really do precise makeup. I just kind of go with the flow and applicate and then just do whatever. But this year I'm going to be more precise, but not today because we're just going to work. And then I just take this like contour brush, and again I'm just patting. I'm not swiping. You won't see me do any more swiping. Just patting down there until it's all fully blended. See, very light. So it's a cream contour. Just kind of give that shadow. Okay, and then nose. I'm just gonna go ahead with the same brush, kind of bring that down. And voila, we have some of those shadows now. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use concealer. I'm gonna use the same Too Faced concealer. This I'm gonna use under my eyes, around my face. I'm gonna be using this MAC Studio Fix, and this is an NC38. So just right here, right there, nose, here, and there. Those are the only areas that I will be using this stick. And the reason is because I tend to use more liquidy concealers under my eyes, just because of that's where I have like more pigmentation, and it's just, it feels better. And in this area we don't have a lot of creasing. It doesn't really crease a whole lot in these areas, like right here. Maybe right here it does, so I'll bring some of this down, but in areas where I'm creasing I use a lot of like liquid concealer, and then everywhere else where I'm not really gonna crease, I'm like, you could just use whatever concealer, honestly. And then I'm gonna go in with this brush and again, just patting down. Same thing here. Now that I have worked out those areas, I'm gonna go in with my concealer and I'm just going to bring this down here and bring this down like that. And I'm gonna apply a little bit of blush. So I've been using, I think I got these on like TEMU, the Beckisue. This is a Cocoa Collection Matte Ink in 260, and I just started using them as a blush because I was like, I wasn't gonna wear them like as a lippy. I don't think I've even tried it yet. I was like, oh, this is a pretty blush color. So I'm just gonna kind of place it over the contour area at the ends here. I'm gonna go in with this and I'm gonna start with the blush first. So I'm just gonna pat out the edges, bring it up just a little until we're pinky, all pinky. See that? So I blend out my blush first because I'm gonna still go in with my concealer, and then I take the concealer brush and I'm just going to work this down this way. So it kind of melts in with the pink, and so I'm not over blushed. See? And blend this one out over here. And then I can bring some down here, back up here. And that's about pretty much all the concealer I'm gonna be using. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to go over the areas where I have contoured. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury, and this is in Deep Fonce. And I'm gonna use a smaller brush here, pat, and then I'm just gonna go over the contour areas here. Over the areas where I put my contour underneath the blush. So anywhere I put the cream contour, I'm gonna just go over it with the Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm also gonna take some right here. Okay, now that we've gone over that contour area, what we're gonna do is kind of smooth this under eye back out because, you know, for creasing purposes. So I'm just gonna take that powder puff I used earlier, no product on it, just smooth out the under eye before I go in with my, I'm just smoothing the creases out before I go in with the powder. So what I'm gonna use is my favorite Laura Mercier. This is in Translucent Honey. And before I put the powders on, I'm gonna go back in with my Fit Me. So this is in 312, and then this is the lighter color in 235. I'm gonna use the 235 under my eyes, and I'm gonna use this on the areas that I have used the concealer on. So go back in with the puff here with the darker shade, and I'm just going to set that. You can see I need to blend this out a little bit, but that's fine, I will. Go in here, kind of set all that down. Then with my lighter color, you can see how it's mattified under there. And I'm gonna go right over that blush area. Okay. Light bit of that. I'm gonna come back here. Kind of blend all that back out. Okay, we're gonna take another powder puff and go in with the Laura Mercier, take some of the excess off and set there. I really try to use my Laura Mercier in areas that I know I'm gonna crease, which is like around my mouth and under my eye. All right. And I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush, kind of wipe off the excess there. I'm gonna use some blush. This is Hecky or Hessy Beauty. I think I got this from the TikTok shop. So I'm just gonna kind of blend these two together and apply some and use another fluffy brush. Kind of bring that down, and I'm gonna go over the areas where I had put that cream blush right above the contour and blend. So bring that color back. Fine. So running out of time, running a little late this morning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some highlight. This is the Kiss Glow and Bronze. Love this. It's gold and I just love the color so much. So apply some here, here, and just right here. You see how pretty that is? Just love this. I mean, for $6, beautiful. Look at that. And then I always kind of just blend this area out because you don't want too much. And then another thing I do to give some contrast under the eye area is I go back in, so you can use, I'm gonna use a Charlotte Tilbury that I use for my contour, and I'm just gonna, just like a small brush, just take some product and just put it underneath my eye. It just kind of brings that contrast. There's that. Now we can do one spray. I'm just going to use the Morph and dry her down. And that's just like a setting mist. It's more like a fixing spray, so it's kind of blends all your makeup together. It gives it that look of togetherness. And I don't use the one size holding spray because I mean it's not really necessary. The makeup is, to be honest, for like an 8-9 hour shift, it's not going anywhere. I'm really not going to be sweating. It's cold outside, so I'm not going to use, I don't need holding spray. I really only use like holding spray when I have like a full event. I'm going to be outdoors, you know, I'm out for 12, 13, 14 and I want like perfection, then I use my holding spray. Otherwise, I just use my setting spray, Morphe, once or twice, okay, twice at least, and then I hit the road. Just this little lash curler here. Gonna curl that. The Maybelline Colossal. Again, their drugstore. We're doing like more natural makeup, so lashes are gonna be just my own. Not even waterproof, because it's not needed. It's just going to work. So that versus that, do a little bit on the bottom. Curl the other side. Bottom lash, and then I just do like a few swipes through my eyebrows. I guess it holds it too, so instead of using, you know, the eyelash glue, you can always just use your mascara. And so far, we're looking good. We're looking good. See? Looking good. So the last thing we have pretty much to do before I set my face again is gonna be just a lip. Absolutely obsessed with this combo. So I'm gonna be using the Sephora. This is in 74. I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Lip gloss. This is in Whisper Pink, and then this is an NYX. It's a butter gloss, and it's in Lava Cake. First things first, let's do the lips. So I'm just gonna use this NYX lip liner, and it's an espresso. Let's just, oops. One is LA Girl. This one is in Vamp. A little bit darker. Just a tad. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna just take my Sephora, and I'm just gonna put some down. That's it there. And I'm gonna take just a brush and pat. And take some more. And pat. It's a nice pretty pink. And I'm gonna go back in with my espresso liner, kind of add a little bit of that definition back in there. Now the next thing you want to do is take the NYX in Lava Cake and you're going to outline your lip liner. So and I'm gonna take the other side of the brush because I don't want the pink. I'm gonna still use it, so I'm just gonna blend it out. See? And then I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. lip gloss in Whisper Pink. This one is so pretty. And I'm just gonna go on. Look how pretty that is. Beautiful. Okay, and we're pretty much done, folks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray myself down one more time. And let me show you the final look. Hope you enjoyed. Let's do another workday makeup look together soon. Bye.